Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy Yurdunk here, back with yet another video, where today's one is a short but very special announcement, and a little surprise afterwards. I've actually received a huge sponsorship run from the World Literacy Foundation, and two important members from their organization are going to be guest speakers in today's video. There's Stephen Mack, the spokesman of the organization, and of course the founder himself, Kevin Benjamin. They're here to discuss the issues of literacy that their organization works to solve. I find the things they do very interesting, so I'm excited to have them here on the channel today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, how are the two of you doing today?
We're doing fine. Thank you for having us on this channel.
It's my pleasure. Now we're here to discuss the effect that illiteracy has on communities of developing countries. Many people, especially those in poorer countries, still endure the hardships of illiteracy within their communities. What consequences do these groups of people face globally because of their illiteracy?
Well, in poorer countries, illiteracy will often lead to fewer opportunities in education and work. So this will result in a cycle of poverty, which makes it extremely difficult for the people of these communities to improve their lives.
Okay, can you elaborate on how illiteracy makes development difficult, though?
Well, since their experience will unfortunately be reflected on their income, their families would be incapable of producing the necessary funds to bear their living conditions, such as by sending their children off to school.
Okay, so I see that this logic also applies to the children, as you mentioned. So this for sure affects like their learning process, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it even works in reverse, since learning often requires reading. So being illiterate will be a significant obstacle in the children's ability to acquire knowledge. So evidently, there's a positive feedback loop between literacy and education.
I see. And these communities facing the issues of illiteracy could have profound effects on society as a whole. What do you think is the extent to which illiteracy affects society?
Stephen, would you like to answer this one?
Yeah, of course. So, illiteracy can affect many aspects of society. For instance, illiteracy can also be seen when looking at politics as well. Illiterate people have a much harder time making informed decisions because of the difficulty they face when consuming certain types of media, especially those containing lots of written information. Furthermore, since illiteracy stunts education, these people may not have a complete understanding of their country's political situation, making it extremely difficult for the politics in that country to change.
Oh wait, that's wild. I'm actually not even sure how to react. A country's government can dictate the quality of education and who receives it. So without even realizing it, the people could be hindering their chances of improving their own lives. Okay, seeing how illiteracy is much more prominent within some groups than others, what demographics does this illiteracy affect?
Well, as stated before, this mainly affects people who are in poverty. However, besides that, this problem can also affect females the most, since girls are much less educated in poor countries than males. This means that illiteracy creates a wider gap between men and women in that country and contributes to the oppression of women.
Okay, so does literacy only affect developing countries, or does it also have like significance for our communities as well?
It sure does. Even in developed countries, millions of people are considered illiterate, a hurdle that deeply affects the lives of the people as well as the economy of the country that they live in. Since these people often feel powerless and inadequate, they might even turn to substance abuse or other illegal activities, although this only happens in extreme cases.
I sure do hope it would only be the extreme cases. That sounds quite miserable. Well, thanks for joining me here. I'm glad you two found the time to tell us about all this. Bye guys. So of course, please make sure to check them out on social media. I'll leave links on the screen and in the description below. If you're even further interested in the topic, well, there's several websites out there you could explore, and there's even the presentation going on down there right now. Just make sure you're paying attention. Well, that's going to be it for me today, though, so please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, see you again soon. Later.